Well, hello, it's Mindy. And so this morning I want to show you how to make my gluten-free, refined sugar-free blueberry muffins. They are one of my favorites. So the ingredients are going to be some gluten-free flour. I use Pamela's. Oatmeal, blueberries, some sort of oil. I use ghee, raisins or other dried fruit, and eggs. I like duck eggs if you can get them, and some water. So if you want to gather all those ingredients and then put the video on pause and then come on back to me. All right, see you in a minute. So we're going to start with a 1 1/4 cup of the flour. Now this flour is mostly rice flour. And if you're not needing to be gluten-free, you could use any flour you wanted. So about a 1 1/4 cup of flour. And you're going to toss that in. 1 big bowl is all you need. And then we're going to go about a 1 1/4 cup of oatmeal, which is also gluten-free. I'm going to put that back. And everything I use, by the way, is organic. Ideally, should be organic. Better for you. And then we're going to take raisins or other dried fruit. And about 1/4 cup, maybe 1/2 cup of raisins. And that's going to be the sweetener for the muffins. So to make this a flour and break down the raisins, we're going to put it in the blender. If you have a Vitamix, that works pretty darn well. So I'm going to pour all that in the Vitamix. This is going to be a little loud. Stick it on there. Just give me a second. All right, and now you have a flour with the raisins all mushed up for your sugar. So you're going to pour that in. I don't like them very sweet, so I didn't use a whole lot of raisins. And then from here, we're going to grab 1/2 cup of water. There's 1/2 cup of water. Oh, I just realized we didn't preheat the oven. So let's turn the oven on to 350 degrees. All right, so while that's doing that, go ahead and grab your eggs. So we need 2 eggs. Again, I am fortunate that I get duck eggs from some local ducks down the road. They're really hard to crack, so if you're using duck eggs, it actually adds a little more richness to your egg, to your muffin, and to your eggs. So 2 eggs in there, and then toss the shells, wash the hands. Be right there, just washing my hands. All right, I'm back. So we've got the eggs in there, the water, the raisins. And then get your fork and just stir this all up. Now, I like adding a little bit of oil. I just think the muffins have a little more richness when you add an oil to them. So I like to use ghee. You could use butter, you could use coconut oil, any oil that works for your body and an oil that you believe in. I actually make my own ghee. Maybe that'll be another video, huh? So about a tablespoon or 2, I'm going to go over to the stove and melt this. It's better if the oil's liquid. So a couple tablespoons of oil. And as that is melting, we can pour some blueberries into our mixture. Yeah, I just do about 1/2 cup, maybe a cup. And we'll put all this off to the side. You might also want to get your muffin tins out. I like to use paper, little paper muffin liners, but if you want to oil your muffin tins instead, that works as well. Let's go see if that oil's melted. Not quite. So still working on that. These are my favorite new find, these little muffins. This should make about 12, this recipe. And you could put in any fruit. I happen to like the blueberries. I also use them frozen. You could do fresh. You could put bananas in there. I think the next video really needs to be chocolate, how to make chocolate. So look for that one. That's going to come maybe later today or tomorrow. All right, so my oil's melted. I'm going to pour that in the pan. And then stir that up with my blueberries. It's looking a little too stiff for my liking, so I'm going to add a little water in here. I added about 2-3 tablespoons of water. Stir that up. That's looking about right. I've got one big purple, messy pile of dough here, but it is going to be really good. So once that's all incorporated, you could add a little cinnamon or nutmeg, a little vanilla, and then stir all that up. And then go ahead and scoop it into your muffin tins. I just fill up each muffin paper. They don't go much higher. These don't get really big. They don't puff up a whole lot. So there you have it. Just fill in the rest of your muffins. They go into the oven for about 20 minutes. The top should be a little bit brown. You could always stick the toothpick in there to see if it comes out clean. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.